One of the easiest ways to find a golden product to sell on Amazon these days is to just simply use a tool called Helium 10. I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, so I'm in Helium 10 right now. Helium 10 is a tool you can use for product research. And when you come to products, come down to a tab called BlackBox. You want to use this tool in Helium 10. And so we're in BlackBox right now. You can see that it's giving us a couple of filters which are in simple form right now. You can turn this into advanced and this will give you a better view. You can select the categories that you want your product to be in. Now you want to make sure that you don't go into certain categories, right? We don't want to jump in electronics and some of the categories. Some of my favorite categories include baby products, beauty and personal care. We wouldn't go into clothing. We could go into grocery if that is something that you want to start selling. I do like health and household, home and kitchen dining is a good category. It's one of the best categories on Amazon actually. You can also step into office products, beauty, lawn, garden, pet supplies. Sports and outdoor is another good one. Toys and games is a good category. Right. Once you've selected a couple of categories, you can, for example, pick a price filter. Now, I like to ensure that you don't sell products any less than $15, and a max price could be like something $80. You don't want to go too expensive. ASIN level revenue. I wouldn't do parent level revenue or ASIN level revenue. Instead, I would do ASIN sales, which are more relevant. These could be like minimum 1,000 units because we're setting the bar a bit higher for our product research. We wouldn't change anything else except the fact that there's one golden filter that I'm about to show you, and it's called a sales to review ratio filter. This filter will find you products that are new to Amazon and they have like they'll only have a couple of reviews. So these products were just launched on Amazon, but they would have massive amount of sales. So we're kind of like spying on these products and getting ideas like, can we actually launch this product on our own? And if we did launch this product with, for example, 50 reviews, 100 reviews, how many sales can we actually get from it? So let's just go like minimum, I would go 40. They don't want to cross 50 because it gets a bit too narrowed down above that. Just apply these filters. So we've selected category, pricing, and sales, ASIN sales, and now sales to review ratio. Let's see what happens when we search. Okay, so we've got a couple of products. Now, remember that a lot of these products would be branded products, and so you want to avoid bigger brands, right? We would see bigger brands here, but some of these would not be bigger brands, and those would be the products you want to look into. So the first product we have is a cooling anti-itch gel. This is selling for $20, and you can see the ASIN sales are 2,500. But I can also see the parent level sales are 26,000, which means that this was an already established parent, and they probably just launched this child as a new variation. That's why it's getting a lot of traction. And so we would ideally ignore this one. If we scroll down and see some of the other products, we could see that this is something that we want to look into. So 2,074 are parent level sales, and ASIN level sales are also 2,074. The pricing is $19, which is good enough. So you can see the age, which is when was it launched. So it was launched 25 months ago. So it's relatively new. Something else that you could do, which I kind of forgot, is that you can actually find recent products, the products that were actually just launched. And to do that, there's a filter called listing age. I'm sure there is one. There you go, listing age in months. I would do max as say 6 months. We've really narrowed it down now. Let's see if we get something really good. Okay, we've got a couple of products. We have, so you can see we have 200 items, and we're just looking at the first couple of products. This one is Kohli. That's a big brand. We'll ignore this. We have a lot of bigger brands. We have Medicube, we have Dr. Malaxin, and then let's see what that is. So this product looks like it's not a bigger brand. Yeah, it's not. So you can see this was recently launched. 117 reviews, 4.9 rated, which is amazing, and it's selling like it's really moving right now. It's sold 3,000 units in just last month, and the price is relatively stable. It's $23.99. It could be a Chinese seller, it could be a Chinese product, or not. But either way, the product looks like it's launching on Amazon. But that's not how we just decide that we're going to go ahead with the product. You can also see they have stunning creatives. They probably just saw the sales coming and just went ahead with amazing creatives at the same time. With the tool called Helium 10, you can also see the sales history. So I can see that there was one big jump in sales for this product, and I'm assuming that these guys are using a lot of external traffic and pushing a lot of external traffic to this product from outside of Amazon. So this started with 14 sales a day, and this was when they launched the product. They continued to go up to like 77, 126, 200, even 1,000, even 2,200 units in one day. And then you can see that they moved to 3,000 and so on. There's a lot of variations going on. So I'm assuming that a lot of this is external traffic coming from outside of Amazon, and then when it goes away, it gets stable again. But still, you can see that it's moving 100 to 200 units every other day, even without external traffic. That is why I emphasize so much on sending external traffic to your listings when you launch your product, because it will give you an edge over all the other sellers, even the existing sellers with a huge amount of reviews on Amazon. But anyways, let's see if this product is worth launching. So it's a candle warmer lamp. I've seen a couple of these on TikTok, so I'm assuming the traffic is coming from TikTok. You want to just open another tab on Amazon, and we'll just search the same keyword on a different tab. So candle warmer lamp. And there you go. You can see all of these sellers are selling pretty well. 20,000 plus units for the first seller. And the good thing is the pricing on most of these competitors are relatively stable. So they're not competing at a lower price like $10 or $5 or something. But I'm definitely assuming you can see this is a Chinese seller, Hong En, and again 6K plus units bought, 3K plus units bought, 2K plus units bought last month. This is a golden product to launch. And let's see the number of reviews. So you're not competing with giant number of reviews. You have a guy who just launched and he's already selling 200 units with 16 reviews. Like, that's probably nothing. Again, 500 reviews and 3K plus units bought last month, 247 reviews, 2K plus units bought. This is a golden product. What you can now do is just make sure that it's easier to compete with these guys, because they're all Chinese sellers and they'll just copy your product. So I'm assuming there'll be a lot of competition down the road. But when you just launch these kind of products, like in the beginning when there's a lot of demand, you'll get a lot of sales out of it. So you won't have to worry about someone copying the product. I mean, it's already copied by other sellers at this moment, right? But everyone is getting a chunk of sales, so you'll be okay either way if you launch this product. You don't need to build a proper brand. You can just launch it, send external traffic from TikTok shop, and this is like a get rich quickly kind of thing on Amazon with these kind of products. We can also see a couple of other products, and that would there would be similar products, but remember to don't look at products that are branded, because I knew when I just looked at the first three products, Goli is a big brand. You don't want to launch products similar to these products. Again, there's a red light therapy activation serum for face. We can see which brand this is. This is another product, so it's a random brand. Again, you can see that this is not a well-known brand. 53 reviews and 1K plus units bought in the last month. It could be another product that you can launch. Again, you'll have to go through the same criteria that I just showed. Type in the main keyword on a different tab and see what the top sellers are selling, and if the price is stable, everyone is getting a chunk of sales, and you can make good money from sourcing it from China or Alibaba or wherever you want to source it from, then it's a good product to launch. And so the thing about these products is that you don't have to do a lot of deep research into these products. You don't have to build a brand around these products. So you just have to source a couple of units for all of these products. For example, start with 200 units for a couple of these products, select like 5 to 6 products, and then source them from China, test them out, throw a lot of external traffic. Remember, your first delivery is going to be external traffic. That's how these guys are winning from TikTok to Amazon. And once you start getting a response on, say, 1 to 2 products, scale those products, and you'll make shit tons of money, right? You can also see we have Pokemon cards again. We're going to ignore the bigger brands. Let's see if we can find another winning product. There's a dog toy. I'm not sure if that's a big brand, but either way, the product isn't selling a lot. You can also there's some sales higher to lower, which we can. Let's do that. So you can see that we have a product with 59,000 sales. Wow. And let's see what that is. That is a brand. That is definitely a brand, so we would ignore this one. A lot of these are bigger brands. You can see Liquid Death. Again, these are just well-known brands. But you get the point. Like, you'll have to find the golden product, and you'll find it very easily with this method. And once you do, this can make you a lot of money. We've tested this exact strategy with other sellers and it has worked pretty well for us. Thank you.